Tonight, we could be heading for a partial government shutdown. Lawmakers have until the end of the week to pass appropriation bills, but they're facing some growing opposition in the aftermath of this weekend's deadly shooting of a Minneapolis man by federal agents. KVUE's Daniel Perot joins us now in the studio with what Central Texas Congress members are saying about a possible shutdown. Daniel?
Quita, there is growing momentum among Democratic lawmakers to push to reject a bill to fund the U.S. Department of Homeland Security, saying the agency needs more guardrails and reforms. It's one of 6 bills that lawmakers need to pass by Friday night to keep the government running. But political experts say a shutdown is looking increasingly likely. The shooting of Alex Preddy at the hands of federal agents, ratcheting up the odds of a partial government shutdown.
The killing of Alex Preddy was just horrific.
Joining Democrats like Congressman Greg Casar are several Republican colleagues like Congressman Michael McCall, who say they're troubled by what has happened in Minneapolis.
On this vote, the yeas are 220 and the nays are 207.
6 appropriations bills, which fund things like Homeland Security, transportation, the Department of Defense, education, and Health and Human Services have passed the House, but they still need to get through the Senate.
There's been bipartisan compromise on 96% of the budget.
Top Senate Democrats want Republicans to decouple DHS funding and advance the other bills. Minority Leader Chuck Schumer says without changes, Democrats plan to vote no. Republicans need their votes to advance the bills over the Senate's 60-vote threshold. Democratic Congressman Greg Casar calls it a good start, but says he wants to see changes to how federal agents operate.
I think we've got to ask for common sense restraints, like saying the masks need to come off. You can't have all these warrantless arrests.
Texas has 2 Republican senators speaking out against stripping DHS funding from the bill. Senator John Cornyn says shutting down ICE and DHS solves nothing, and those tasked with enforcing our laws and keeping our homeland safe need funding to continue doing their jobs. Senator Ted Cruz weighed in on the latest episode of his podcast.
I think the Democrats are going to force a shutdown, and I think they want it to be extended.
It's been just 2.5 months since the record-breaking 43-day shutdown in the fall. Casar says if there's a shutdown, it's on Republicans.
There's no reason for a government shutdown unless Senate Republicans so much want to shut the whole government down in order to defend what ICE is doing in Minneapolis.
With the clock ticking down to Friday's deadline, lawmakers on both sides of the aisle weighing their options to avoid another shutdown. And the Senate is set to take its first vote on these government funding bills on Thursday. We should point out that the House is not in session this week, so House members are not in Washington, which means as of now, the lower chamber would not be around to pass any revamped funding bills before Friday. Quita?